SeatGeek. For all your ticketed events, from sporting to concert outings, SeatGeek has you covered. They even conveniently color-coded each ticket on their website from amazing to worst, so you can easily know which are the best deals. SeatGeek, the smart way to buy. Save $20 off your next ticket purchase with the promo code. Hey, everybody, I'm your host, Grande Gato, also known as the Big Cat, my cool cat with the balls up. If you're rocking with the Big Cat today, we're here to ask that question. How will the Carolina Panthers coaching staff be affected by COVID-19? We'll talk about it before we get started. Do you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers? Yes? No? Maybe? Do you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers? If you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers, give me that dab. We'll talk about the impact of this virus and how it will affect the coaching staff going forward. Let's get into it.
And here we go.
Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Now, I want to say, man, make sure you guys protect yourselves. Cover your mouth, cover your face, cover your hands, wash your hands, protect your loved ones, your kids, your older folks. Don't leave the house unless you got to go out there and get your essentials, your food, your groceries, your toiletry, stuff like that, man. Please take this very seriously. Now, today we're going to talk about how COVID-19 is going to affect the Carolina Panthers' new coaching staff. Unfortunately, this is their first year and they're having to deal with a major crisis like this. And again, you know, lives matter over football, but at the same time, you know, these guys got a job to do. One of the things that I think is going to benefit them is Matt Rhule has 22 years of coaching experience, Joe Brady 7, and Phil Snow 44 years. So again, with all that wisdom in the room, I'm sure they'll find a way to overcome this. But it doesn't mean it's not going to come without a challenge, you know what I mean? The first department I think is going to be challenges, the scouting area. When it comes to scouting, you rely on a lot of physical visits and stuff, you know what I mean? Like smaller kids from smaller schools are going to get overlooked. I think this draft is going to have a lot of talent left in free agency because, again, imagine being out there at a smaller school. You're not playing against a big name school. You're not playing against LSU, Georgia, Florida, Ohio State. You're playing up against smaller schools. And sometimes you need a second look. Sometimes tape just doesn't do it. You need a physical look. Let me see him in this route. Let me see him in this different scheme to get a better look at that. Because you don't have that option no more, the physical option, now I think a lot of people are going to get overlooked. Or the guy who didn't get used a lot. What happened to the guy that's really, really good, or you believe that's really good, but he doesn't have a lot of tape on him? Maybe because he didn't fit the scheme in college, or they didn't use him right in college. So now you're left wondering. And because of that, I honestly believe there's going to be a lot of overlooked talent this year. A lot of overlooked talent. I think teams are going to play it safe, go after what they know, go after the big names, and you're going to see this free agent class filled up. So hopefully it doesn't hurt us too much. Hopefully we'll be one of the guys that has a real good veteran scouting team or has a real good eye for talent, and we can scoop these guys up. If not, man, it could hurt us on that end.
Stop it.
So again, this is the newly put together staff. So expect these guys to try to figure things out, you know what I mean, what works, what doesn't work virtually now. If you look up on your screen right here, David Newton said that Carolina Panthers players have already been sent iPad-like devices so they virtually can begin off-season workout with group sessions on Monday as soon as COVID-19 crisis continue. The Panthers are one of 5 NFL teams that will begin coaching in the offseason. So it's good. They got a jump on it already. I guess they're going to be training through the iPads or whatever. I mean, these days and times, unconventional stuff has to work. We're living in a pandemic, man, so you got to try something unconventional. Actually, this may give them a boost, along with these other 4 teams that are trying this as well. But again, when you're trying to implement schemes, you want to be there in person. You want to be able to see what your players react to best. You know what I mean? Now you're relying over an iPad, a virtual session to try to figure that out. You know what I mean? So with that being said, we may not actually be seeing new schemes and how players fit in these schemes actually kick in, hopefully by August. You know what I mean? Depending on if training camp is foregone. I mean, listen, this is a real mess here, man. And this is not good for a first time coaching staff put together. So, again, man, you really want to be there in person, see what works. You know, anybody can sit behind an iPad and say, I get it. Run left, run right. But then when they do it, they stiff as a hip, or, you know, they're standing up too high, or they're not, you know, it's so much you have to correct physically versus, you know. And listen, another thing is not everybody's a hell of a, you know, learner. I mean, not everybody that's in the NFL have a easy time with learning, you know what I mean, sit in a classroom setting. Okay, that's why they became football players. No shot at nobody, but again, this could be a challenge for some of the players. Maybe they have a hard time, sitting still, learning the virtual reality thing, you know what I mean? Get in the comment section. Tell me what all can you learn through this virtual reality thing? I guess other than new plays and new schemes. You can't run them, but you can look at them, you know what I mean? And, again, only so much you can get out of that. You can't actually know if it's going to work until they actually run it, you know what I mean, physically. So it's good to delay us back as well.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
So last but not least, the main thing that's going to be affected is not being able to establish your precedence. What I mean by that is certain players need to be able to feel you there and get a feel for your coaching style, all the way down from training, all the way down from scheming, all the way down from discipline. They need to be able to see that, feel that, and know it's real. You know what I mean? So, again, I'm not going to call out nobody's name, but certain players, you know what I mean, they're not going to do right. Certain players are not going to do right unless they have that force there in front of them. You know what I mean? So, again, you can put a playbook in front of them. You can send them email, diagrams, a workout plan. But if they choose not to do right, they're not going to do right. So, again, and shout out to the players that already know what Matt Rhule is about, like the Robbie Andersons, the PJ Walker, and the others as well. But still, it takes a certain amount of, I got to be there. You know what I mean? Certain players just respond that way. Like I said, not everybody's a classroom learner. Not everybody's a guy that can be trusted on their own, whether they're in the NFL making millions of dollars or not. So there's going to be some deficiencies in certain areas, and this is one of them I can see them definitely in. This all screams out, it screams out it's going to take a little longer to trust this process, you know what I mean? And again, there's nothing we can do about it, but going into year one, dealing with it all seems like you got to take a step back now, you know what I mean? What could have been done in March could be done in August. You know what I mean? Now you're catching up on what has done in August. Now you're dealing with the first part of the season. You see how everything gets delayed, which could bleed into the season and affect the outcome of games. So, again, hopefully, like I said, I'm not trying to say this is more important than saving lives and stuff like that, but it definitely will have a trickle-down effect because you're delaying workouts, you're delaying, being there, delaying scheme, delaying, your president showing your presence. All this could bleed into the season before everything actually clicks. And hopefully by that time, it does, man. I'm your host, Granny Got to also know the Big Cat. My cougar balls up. You rock with the Big Cat. Join me tomorrow night at 9:30. Tune in. We're going to have the same conversation. How will COVID-19 affect the Carolina Panthers' new coaching staff, or will it? Am I reaching? Let me know. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, tune into the podcast, get in the comment section. Let me hear from you guys. Let's get up out of here. Let the church say down. Now available for purchase. Keep Pounding TV ringtone and theme song on all your major streaming platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, Google Play Store, and many more. Also, you can order directly from Chadzilla Beats on Instagram. Be sure to follow for all your local instrumentals and beats as well. Pause up and keep pounding.